How to build a bigger column. We will start from level 0, a basic level of 4 by 4 dots. Draw a grid of 4 by 4 dots. Closely watch the pattern. This column has 2 loops. A loop is something which starts and ends at the same point, creating a pattern. As you can see, there are 2 loops here. We now move to level 1. Here we draw 4 basic units, all connected together. Draw 3 lines of 4 dots. Then 4 lines of 10 dots. Finally again 3 lines of 4 dots. In this, as you can see, loop 1 repeats the pattern twice, before closing. And the same happens with loop 2 also. The earlier loop 2 is now repeated twice before closing. As you see, there is an extra set of loops starting in level 1. Loop 2 is repeating itself starting from 4th row from bottom. It goes around the dots and finally gets back to the starting point. Loop 1 now starts from the right side, and goes around the dots, repeating the loop pattern twice, and gets back to the starting point. A flower at the center to close the 2 by 2 dots is drawn. Now we move to level 2, a slightly advanced level where we connect 9 base units together. Draw 3 lines of 4 dots, then 3 lines of 10 dots, and 4 lines of 16 dots. Followed by again 3 lines of 10 dots and finally 3 lines of 4 dots. Now loop 1 starts at the bottom row and repeats itself 3 times, that is, 3 times of what we saw in base unit. Again, loop 2 starts at the bottom row, and just like the previous one, repeats itself 3 times, before getting back to the starting point. Just like the previous level, that is level 1, loop 2 starts at bottom row of 10 dots, and closes the dots, repeating itself thrice. Now loop 1 starts from the right side, from the bottom row of 10 dots, and repeats the loop 1 pattern 3 times, before closing at the starting point. As you can see, there is an extra layer in this level compared to the previous level. Loop 2 starts from the bottom row of 16 dots this time, repeating thrice, and closing at the starting point. Now loop 1 starts at the right, from the bottom row of 16 dots, and repeats itself 3 times, and finally ends at the starting point just like always. And it is really beautiful to see that all the dots are now closed. Finally, 4 numbers of flowers are added to close the 2 by 2 dots. 4 numbers of flowers are now added as against the single one added in previous level. Now, sit back and enjoy the colorful animation, created by connecting 16 base units. Careful analysis of the columns clearly show the beauty of the mathematical series, and the resultant patterns emerging. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to motivate me.